לאלוהי בעודי, אז אמרה לאלוהי בעודי, אהללה, אהללה, אז אמרה לאלוהי בעודי, אז אמרה לאלוהי בעודי, אז אמרה לאלוהי בעודי, אהללה, אהללה, אז אמרה לאלוהי בעודי. Oh, sing to you, oh, praise to you, oh, source of all creation. We call your name, we sing your praise, oh, Holy One, a blessing. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. אז אמרה לאלוהי בעודי, אז אמרה לאלוהי בעודי, אהללה, אהללה, אז אמרה לאלוהי בעודי.
Shabbat Shalom.
Good Shabbos.
Good to be here with all of you. Happy first Shabbat of the new year. It's a great start to 2023. We begin our time together with the bracha, the blessing over the Shabbat candles. As we welcome in the day of rest, I invite you to please rise.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kinishanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Amen. May be seated. We turn to our Sidurim, to Kabbalat Shabbat, the special psalms and prayers welcoming in the Sabbath. We turn to page 11. Let us go and sing to Adonai. Let us trumpet praise to our protector. Filled with thanks, let us greet God as we raise our voices in song. Lechuner Anana.
Let's join together. Lechuner Anina, Lechuner Anina, Lechuner Anina, Ladonai. Lechuner Anina, Lechuner Anina, Naria, Litzur Yishenu, Nekadma, Fana Bitoda, Fana Bitoda, Fana Bitoda, Nekadma, Fana Bitoda, Bizmirod, Bizmirod, Nariano. Lechuner Anina, Lechuner Anina, Lechuner Anina, Ladonai. Lechuner Anina, Lechuner Anina, Naria, Litzur Yishenu. Arbaim shana kut bedor va'omaram to'el levavhem vehem ledaut rachai asher nishpati ve'api im yevon hamenuchati.
Sing to Adonai a new song. Sing to Adonai all the earth. Page 13, Shiru l'Adonai Shir Chadash.
Shiru l'Adonai shir chadash. Shiru l'Adonai shir chadash. Shiru l'Adonai kol haaretz. Shiru l'Adonai baruchu shemo. Basru miyom liyom yeshuato. Shiru l'Adonai shir chadash. Shiru l'Adonai kol haaretz. Shiru l'Adonai baruchu shemo. Basru miyom liyom yeshuato. Sabru v'goyim kev כבודו בכל העמים נפלאותיו ספרו בגויים כבודו בכל העמים נפלאותיו שירו לאדוני שיר חדש שירו לאדוני כל הארץ שירו לאדוני ברכו שמו בסרו מיום ליום ישועתו שירו לאדוני שיר חדש שירו לאדוני כל הארץ שירו לאדוני ברכו שמו בסרו מיום ליום ישועתו מיום ליום מיום ליום מיום ליום מיום ליום מיום ליום מיום ליום בסרו מיום ליום ישועתו.
We turn to page 20, the final 3 lines of the page at the red arrow for Romamu.
Let's join together. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu. Vehishtachavu lehar kodsho. Vehishtachavu lehar kodsho. Ki kadosh. Ki kadosh, ki kadosh, ki kadosh, Adonai Eloheinu. Ki kadosh, ki kadosh, ki kadosh, Adonai Eloheinu. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu.
We turn to page 23, and we welcome the Shabbat Kala, the Shabbat bride, with the words of the poem Lecha Dodi.
Lecha Dodi, Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, Pnei Shabbat, Nekabela. Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, Pnei Shabbat, Nekabela. Shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad, Hishmianu el hameyuchad. Adonai echad u'shemo echad, l'shem u'tiferet v'helitila. Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, Pnei Shabbat, Nekabela. Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, Pnei Shabbat, Nekabela. Likrat Shabbat, Lechu v'necha, ki מראש מקדם נעשוך סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה. Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, Pnei Shabbat, Nekabela. Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, Shabbat Nekabela. Boi v'shalom ateret bala, gam b'simcha ובצהלה, תוך אמונם סגור הדודי לקראת קלה פני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקראת קלה פני שבת נקבלה.
May be seated. It's traditional as we conclude Lecha Dodi and Kabbalat Shabbat to welcome families completing Shiva. And so we welcome the family of Wendy Rose, who's here, Sandy, and Nina, and Sarah. May her memory always be for a blessing. Hamakom Yenachem Etchem B'toch Shar Avalei Tzion V'Yerushalayim. May God comfort you together with all those who mourn for Zion and Jerusalem. We continue on page 27, a song for the day of Shabbat, Mizmor Shir Liyom HaShabbat.
So as I like to say every Shabbos as a reminder, music lifts you or leaves off where words begin, right? So we're going to sing a nigun together. We're going to join our voices together in this beautiful melody that actually came from Rabbi Wolk, introduced it here to Temple Israel. Yai, lai, 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 lai. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la la ya la 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 la. La 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 ya la 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 la. And now with the words Mizmor Shir. Mizmor Shir Leyom HaShabbat. Tov lehodot. Tov lehodot l'Adonai. Tov lehodot l'Adonai. Ulzamer l'shimcha elyon. Ulezamer l'shimcha elyon. Lehagid baboker baboker chasdecha be'emunatcha ba'aleilot alei azor va'alei navel alei higayon v'chinor. Mizmor Shir Leyom HaShabbat. Tov lehodot l'Adonai. Tov lehodot l'Adonai. Ulzamer l'shimcha elyon. Ulezamer l'shimcha elyon. Tzadik atamar yifrach ke'erez balvanon yizke shetulim beveit Adonai bechatrot Elohinu yafrichun odin v'mesevad shenim v'rananim yiyu lehagik yashar Adonai turi v'lo havlata bo.
Page 29.
Adonai malaki ulavesh, lavesh Adonai ositazar, tikon tevel baltimot. Mikolot mayim rabim, adirim ishvereyam, adir bamarom Adonai, erotecha nemim elvitcha navakodesh, Adonai leorech yamin.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. So, if you come here on Friday nights, you know our custom is to take the Berkat Kohanim, the priestly blessing, the Yivarechecha, and to share those words with the entire congregation, because we could all use a bracha, we could all use a blessing every now and then, or once a week. But traditionally, the way the words of the priestly blessing are used on Friday night is for parents to bless their children at home at the beginning of the Shabbat meal, to give them these words of blessing. But when we say this at home, you'll be right back, right? I'm talking. You can go. That's my child. I know. I know, they know the minhag, they know the routine. But when we say this bracha, this blessing at home, there's a line that we say, a little verse that we say before we get into the Yivarechecha. And to girls, we say, Yisimech Elohim Kesara Rivka Rachel Beleah. May God make you like Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah, the four matriarchs. For boys, we say something else. We say, Yisimcha Elohim Ke'Ephraim V'Menashe. May God make you like Ephraim and Menashe. Well, more people know who the four matriarchs were than Ephraim and Menashe, but you guys told me I should ask you a question. Who are Ephraim and Menashe? People? Good job. They are the two sons of Joseph, of Yosef. Yosef, the son of Yaakov. Yosef's not one of the patriarchs, but he is the hero of the end of the Genesis stories. And in Egypt, he has two sons named Menashe and Ephraim. And tomorrow morning, we read Parshat Vayechi, the very end of the book of Genesis, the end of the stories of the first Jewish people. And as Jacob nears the end of his life, he calls to Ephraim and Menashe, to Joseph's children, to give them a blessing, to give them a bracha, to give them a lesson before he passes away. And what he says to them is very interesting. He says, with your names, future Jewish people will invoke blessing by using your names. And that's exactly what we do on Friday night when we say, Yisimcha Elohim Ke'Ephraim V'Menashe. May God make you like Ephraim and Menashe. But the question is, what's so special about Ephraim and Menashe? Why do we think about them on Friday night? Why don't we talk about Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob? Anyone want to guess? You guys asked for a question. We're back. Anyone on this side? No? All right, important people came from them. Their descendants. Did you raise your hand, Alina? They were blessed, so they could pass on blessing. Anyone on this side? RJ. A new generation going on and on. I like that imagery. Okay, were you going to say something, Mayan? No? Okay.
Yes, he was.
Levi, were you going to say something?
When he was gonna give the blessing to the, I think it was the right hand was the better blessing, and then he crossed his hand.
Yeah, so that's the story that Jacob crosses his hands. So he puts his right hand on Ephraim's head and his left on Menashe's head. Clara Rose. You forgot? Okay, it'll come to you. Well, Ephraim and Menashe, we don't know a whole lot about them from the Torah other than they're Joseph's sons. But Jewish tradition gives us two possible reasons why we use their names to bless our children. What's so special about them? The first answer is that they are the first set of siblings in the Torah to get along with each other. If you think back, if you have a parent of siblings, you're laughing at that right now. If you think back to the very beginning of the Torah, Cain and Abel don't hit it off so well, and all future siblings seem to have a family feud each and every generation. Contrast, Ephraim and Menashe are able to live peacefully together, not quarreling over who's going to receive the family blessing, and they come to their grandfather side by side. That's one possible explanation of Ephraim and Menashe. The other explanation that is taught is that Ephraim and Menashe were the first. They were the first Jewish people to grow up in a foreign land. They grew up with their father as the only Jewish influence in their life in the middle of the land of Egypt. And yet, when they meet their grandfather, once they're already teenagers or slightly older, they come to their grandfather and they are able to say, "We've followed in your path. We've learned from our father the traditions that you passed on to him." And so Ephraim and Menashe are a model for each one of us living in a world that's not exclusively Jewish. They model for us expressing strong Jewish identities, keeping Judaism alive and active in a world where it's not always so easy. So for either of those possible reasons, we invoke them on Friday night when we bless our children. Well, now we're going to share the Berakat Kohanim, the priestly blessing, with all of the members of our community. But I'm going to put this question to you. As you bless your children or your friends, neighbors, anyone else around you, who do you want to invoke with this blessing? Who do you want to tell the person next to you to look at as a role model? Everybody clear? You want to share someone?
I suppose many people come to mind, but perhaps my late mother-in-law, Sarah Clears, because she really embodied all of those Jewish traditions in a deep way, but she also was full of love, and she adored all the grandchildren, great-grandchildren, so, she's a great person for us to remember.
Okay, so past generations, grandparents that have those qualities of love that we want to pass on. Your dad. You look at your dad as a role model. Good job. Your mom. Ooh, we have some really sweet kids here tonight. So I'm going to invite everyone to please rise. And as you turn to the person next to you and share the words of Birkat Kohanim, of the priestly blessing, you can also share with them who you want them to look to for guidance and inspiration.
Yevarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. Ken yehi ratzon.
Ken yehi ratzon. May God bless you and keep you.
Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka. Ken yehi ratzon.
May God's Spirit shine upon you, and may God be gracious to you.
Adonai panav elecha v'yasim lecha shalom.
Ken yehi ratzon yasim lecha
shalom. Ken yehi ratzon yasim lecha shalom. Ken yehi ratzon.
May God's presence turn onto you, and may God grant you shalom, grant you peace. Ken yehi ratzon. You may be seated. Good job. We turn to our Mishaberach prayer, our prayer for healing, as we think of those in our lives in need of physical and spiritual well-being. This Shabbat, in our prayers, we think of Shimon ben Yaakov, Mordechai ben Naomi, Hershel Yehoshua ben Malka, Perel bat Rezel, Malka bat Sarah, Leib Yisrael ben Abraham v'Tzipora, Eliza Meira bat Leah, Tzivya bat Chana, Elijah Avila, Yafa Fega bat Zisselbina, Kathy Berlin, Bonnie Meyerson, Karenina Esther, Adina Miriam, Harry Kinney, Kevin Haffey, Ezer Pesach, Ben Sion Chai ben Rachel, Leah Liba bat Doba, Miriam bat Rivka, Allison Kunz, Jean Cook, Dennis Carroll, Avery Yitzchak, Mordechai Chaim ben Leah, Bluma Duba, Malka Sarah bat Ruven Verut, Hachazan Arya Shimon ben Chana, Eleanor Goldman, Sophie Galinsky, Harvey Stone, Sarah Ella bat Arya Leib, Maxine Albaum, Shmuel ben Shimon, Chana bat Bina, Chaim Yitzchak ben Gittel Fagel, Shmuel ben Regina, Mitchell Radin, Lieber Ephraim ben Malka, Yaakov ben Moshe, Schneer Zalman ben Chana Mindel, Julie Duke, Benjamin Shmuel ben Yehudit, Talia Weinstein, Yitzchak David ben Yael Sima, Chava Fega bat Malka v'Chana Bir, Yaakov Burton, Moshe Elchanan ben Harav, Abraham Yosef Halevi, Yaakov Tzvi ben Hershel Halevi. If you'd like to include someone in the prayer for healing, I invite you to rise and to share their names when I come to you. At Kol HaCholim and all those who are ill, we join together in the Mishaberach prayer.
Mishaberach bracha le'imotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Misheberach imotenu, mikor habracha le'avotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
We turn to page 30 in the Sidurim, and I invite those in mourning or observing a yortzeit to rise and join me in the words of the mourner's Kaddish, page 30. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, v'yalma divera kirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala uv'izman kariv v'yimru amen. Yehei shemei Rabbah mevorach le'olam u'lomei omaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnasei v'yitadar v'yit'aleh v'yithalal shemei dekudsha brihu le'ela min kol berchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata damiran b'alma v'yimru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yimru amen. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'al kol yoshvei tevel v'imru amen. Going to invite everyone to please rise as we turn ahead to page 39, and we invite the TI kids to join us on the bima to lead us in the beginning of the Ma'ariv service.
You guys ready?
La
may be seated. We continue in the middle of page 39. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, whose word brings the evening dusk, whose wisdom opens the gates of dawn, whose understanding changes the day's division, whose will sets the succession of seasons and arranges the stars in their places in the sky, who creates day and night, who rolls light before darkness and darkness from before the light.
ומעביר יום ומביא לילה, מבדיל בין יום ובין לילה, אדוני צבאות שמו, אל חי וקיים, תמיד מוחלנו לעולם ועד, ברוך אתה אדוני, המריב הרבי.
Amen. Page 40.
אהבת עולם ותצאתך, אהבת עולם ותצאתך,
Okay.
כי הם חיינו ואורך ימינו, והם נגע יומם ולילה, ואהבתך תשים ממנו לעולמים. ברוך אתה אדוני, אוהב עמו ישראל. שמע ישראל, אדוני אלוהינו, אדוני ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך, ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם להיות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך, ובשעריך.
אני אדוני לכם אשר הוצאתיכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים, אני אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
רמונה כזו וכם עלינו, כי אנו אלוהים. הלני פרלנו מצרים. Then Moses, Miriam, and the people of Israel joyfully sang this song to you, Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, page 44.
ומלכותו ברצון קיבלו עליהם, משה ומרים ובני ישראל, לחנו שירה בשמחה רבה, ואמרו כולם. We join together. Mi chamocha ba'elim
Adonai, mi hamoha. Do you want me?
ba'elim.
Mi hamoha ledanan kodesh. Mi hamoha ledar.
Nora tehilot, osei Adonai. כי פדרנה את יעקב וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו, ברוך אתה אדוני, גל ישראל.
Amen. Allow us, Adonai, our God, to sleep peacefully. Awaken us to life, O Sovereign. Blessed are you who spreads the canopy of peace over us, over all the people of Israel, and over Jerusalem. Page 45, Hashkivenu.
Let's join together, Hashkivenu. Hashkivenu, Adonai, Eloheinu, leshalom, leshalom. Hashkivenu, Adonai, Eloheinu, leshalom, leshalom. Ha'amidenu, Malkeinu, L'chaim, Chaim, Ufros aleinu, Sukkot, Shlomecha, When I lay down at night, when I lay down at night, when I rest my head, when I rest my head, oh God, watch over me, oh God, watch over me. And when the morning comes, and when the morning comes, we thank Adonai, we thank Adonai. Pray for peace and pray for peace. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu l'shalom, v'hamidenu malkeinu l'chaim. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu l'shalom, v'hamidenu malkeinu l'chaim. Ushmor tzitenu vo'enu l'chaim u'shalom me'ata ve'ad olam, ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha, baruch ata Adonai. Haporei sukat shalom aleinu v'al amo Yisrael, v'al Yerushalayim.
Amen. Page 46, please rise for Vishamru.
Vishamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat le'dorotam berit olam. Vishamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat le'dorotam berit olam. B'ni u'b'nei Yisrael oti le'olam, oti le'olam, oti le'olam. Vishamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat le'dorotam berit olam. Ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai et ha-shamayim ve'et ha'aretz. Vishamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat le'dorotam berit olam. U'vayom ha'shvi shavat vayinafash, shavat vayinafash, shavat vayinafash. Vishamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et לדורותם בעולם ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה
Amen.
ועמד יברח חירותי וימליך מלכותי
בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי לכל בית ישראל בגלה בגלה ובזמן קריב אמן יהי שמי רבה מבורך לעולם ולעולמי עולמיה יתברך
יתברך וישבח ויבר בתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי לקודשה בריחו לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה
תושבחתה ונחמתה תמירן בעלמה. Amen. We spend the next few moments in silent prayer with the words of the Amidah, beginning on page 47.
When you've completed your Amidah, you may be seated. So this song that TI Kids sing is going to sing for you now. Remember we talked about this, guys and girls? We talked about the story of Jacob that the rabbi was teaching us before and how he blessed all of his children and his grandchildren. And so to this day, we bless each other. And this song, L'Dor Vador, from generation to generation, the words are, we are gifts and we are blessings. We are history in song. We are hope and we are healing. We are learning to be strong. We are words and we are stories. We are pictures of the past. We're the carriers of wisdom, not the first and not the last. I thought those words were so appropriate for what we wish for our children when we bless them as they carry on this beautiful legacy, L'Dor Vador. Here we go. Ready, everybody? L'Dor Vador. Generation to generation, L'Dor Vador, these lips will praise your name. Vador, we protect this chain from generation to generation. Lidor Vador, these lips will praise your name.
We are gifts,
We are gifts,
and we are blessings.
we are blessings,
We are history in song. We are hope,
we are hope,
and we are healing.
we are healing,
We are learning to be strong.
We are words,
We are words,
and we are stories.
we are stories.
We are pictures of the past. We are carriers of wisdom, not the first and not the last. Lador, Lador, here we go.
Door by door, Naniga Lecha. Door by door,
We
protect this chain from generation to generation. Door by door,
these lips will praise your name.
door by door, Naniga Lecha. Door by door, we protect this chain from generation to generation. Door by door, these lips will praise your name.
We continue on page 54 with Kaddish Shalem. Kids, why don't you join me over here for Kiddush in just a moment. Page 54.
Beautiful, everybody. Yikara v'yikada shemei Rabba.
Amen.
V'yamad yivrach yirutei v'yamlichmachutei v'chayichonu v'yamachonu v'chayitcho beit Yisrael v'hagalav v'zman kariv v'yimru
Amen. Yeshmei Rava Mevorach Le'olam Olol Me'omaya Yitbarach
Yiparach v'yishtabach v'yipar v'terma v'yinaseh v'yitazar v'yitzlah v'yitzlah shmiri kudsha
Rihu.
v'yipuleila min kol berchatav v'shiratav v'shbachatav v'nachmatav
gonna need
v'miran
some more.
v'yama v'yimeru
Amen.
Tzidkabat tzlotonu
Ariana.
v'tzlotonu Yisrael kodam avu honi v'yishmai v'yimru
There you go.
Amen Yehi Shabbat Rab min shmai v'chamelin v'kol Yisrael v'yimeru
Amen.
Yoseh shalom b'imromav v'yaseh shalom Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'al kol yoshvei tevel v'yimru Amen Amen.
Hold on. 1 second. We're going to recite Kiddush in just a moment.
Here we go. Yeah. Oh, you don't have to drink it.
Page 55. Invite you to rise for the Kiddush. We're still pouring them. Come in. Down here. All right. Hold them up nice and high. Savrim, Aranan, Rabbanan, Rabotai. Chaim. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodsho b'avar ratzon inchilanu, zikaron lema'aseh v'reishit. כי הוא יום תחילה למקראי קודש, זכר ליציאת מצרים. כי בנו בחרת, ואותנו קידשת מכל העמים, ושבת קודשך באהבה וברצון הנחלתנו. ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת. Amen. L'chaim. Shabbat shalom. Drink up. Good job. Continue with Aleinu on page 56.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליותר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא, שהוא נותן שמיים ויוצר הארץ, ומושבים קרוב השמיים ממעל, ושכינתו זו, וגם הם מרומים. הוא אלוהינו
אין עוד אמת מלכנו אפס זולתו, ככתוב בתורתו, וידעת היום להשבות אל לבבך, כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים ממעל, ועל הארץ מתחת אין עוד. על כן יקם וכל ירומם.
ככתוב בתורתך, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד.
ונאמר, והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא
יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו
May be seated. We turn to page 58. This week in our community, we mark the yortzites of Celia Scher, Esther Ita Said, Esther Moss, Esther Shapiro, Joseph Nelson, Rebecca Silber, Samuel Azrael, Barbara Levin Levine, Irving Mond, Larry Wittes, Lawrence Riley, Molly Benjamin, Patricia Caro Gorelick, Benjamin Kurtz, David Feldman, Francis Pressman, Erwin Batnick, Leon Biber, Louis Siegfried Weisblatt, Abraham Cohen, Dora London, Frederick Breyer, Isaac Nelson, Marion Wicks, Marvin Bernstein, Naomi Estroff, Rita Mond, Samuel Davis, Sophie Herman, Bertha Rosenthal, Edward Hirsch, Ida Landsman, Madeline Allenstein, Sid Cohen, Sylvia Paul, Valerie Rubin, Yetta Caden, Benjamin Mandel Brodsky, Bettina Simon Buxbaum, Conrad Waldinger, Helen Jacobowitz, Jerome Weissman, John Young, Marion Wallman, Maxine Moore, Molly Dubin, Harriet Ross, Israel Sheftman, Minna Braun Paul, Minnie Medansky, Sarah Isaacs, Zelda Katz, Bertha Levy, Bessie Stein, Ethel Firestone, Ava Kesselman, Frida Hartman, Herman Rosenstein, I.E. Pittel, Janice Greenfield, Lorraine Guggenheim, Peter Glassman, Regina Elkadzi, Jean Weiss, and Stanley Suskind. We also extend condolences to families in the midst of Shiva and Shloshim, the period following a death, to the family of Wendy Rose, to the family of Thomas Carney Jr., and to Kelly Ann Wilson on the passing of her cousin, James DeSorbo. Page 58, I invite those in mourning or marking a yortzeit to rise and join me in the words of the Mourner's Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, v'yalma divera kirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'vizman kariv v'yimru amen, yehi shemei Rabbah mevorach leolam u'lomei olmaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnasei, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei dekudsha brihu le'ela min kol berchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata damiran v'yalma v'yimru amen yehi shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yimru amen oseh shalom b'mromav hu yaseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'al kol yoshvei tevel v'yimru amen. May be seated. Representing the Temple Israel Board of Trustees, I call on Tom Bach.
Thank you, Rabbi. Shabbat Shalom and Happy New Year. It's the first Shabbat of the year, so I can still say Happy New Year. Of course, next week, if somebody comes up and says Happy New Year, you could give them the side eye, because it's a little played out. I'm loving these TI kids sing. Thank yous are in order to Cantor Lissick, Ellen Jonathan, and Michelle Roscoe for their help teaching these kids, for the creativity, for organizing the snacks, and of course, the wine schmooze. Big thank you to the wonderful kids, talented kids who participated and made our Shabbat experience better. And of course, thank you to the wonderful parents who made this participation possible and are here to support the kids and welcome the wonderful Shabbat together. And while we're on the topic of thank yous, 3 more to our dynamic duo of Rabbi Wolk and Cantor Lissick for yet another beautiful and impactful service, and to Adam for the strong piano accompaniment. Okay, on to announcements. The aforementioned Cantor Lissick and Ellen Jonathan have been working on the Purim Spiel, and we'll begin rehearsals this Sunday at the sanctuary at 3 p.m. This is open to everyone who wants to make new friends, sing, dance, act, and have fun. I'm hearing something about Encanto. Yeah. Is that accurate?
We don't talk about him in the Encanto spiel.
Wow, it should be fun. Can't wait to see it.
Want to be in it?
From afar? You don't want to hear me sing. Okay. Join Rabbi Wolk as he teaches the Melton class Soul's Cycle, a ride through the chapters of life. Registration is now open and the class begins on January 11th. 18th? All right. The rabbi says it's 18th, so he's right. Speaking of the 18th, the social club is joining Temple Bethel's Spice program for a special klezmer journey on the 18th. However, quick disclaimer, this program is not related to the Spice Girls, so if you expect posh, sporty, ginger, and the others, you may be disappointed. On January 19th, Temple Israel will host the Jewish Federation's main event featuring Juju Chang. The registration link is on the Temple website. Of course, there are tons of other events on the Temple website. I just picked a few. So please check out the site and get involved. Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you, Tom. Let's turn back to page 5 as we conclude Kabbalat Shabbat with Shalom Aleichem.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malachei HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malachei HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Ay, 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 Brochem, Shalom.
Malachi Shalom, Malachi Elyonim, Melech Malchei Amlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Shalom, Malachi Shalom, Malachi Elyonim, Melech Malchei Amlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Shalom, Malachi Shalom, Malachi Elyonim, Melech Malchei Amlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Yitzchem Shalom, Malachi Shalom, Malachi Elyonim, Melech Malchei Amlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.